BeardyBog versus Cyber. This is round 2 of winner takes all qualifier. Players are playing till the semifinals, so let's see. As I mentioned, Devotion Warriors on blue coin for Cyber versus Rent-free Ogroids. Let's go. We are in. It took us a little bit of setup, but we are in. First thing you want to see in your hand as a Devotion raid player is Warlords. We see one, we see Vabjorn or Blood Eagle into the second Warlord if necessary, and there is also a discard. For Beardy, he has well, he has some bronzes he can play out. I'm just looking at the golds. There is this spear tip that you might want to try and get through, but with all the raids and all the damage, the chances are pretty low for it pulling a 12-point unit. So let me put the score on as well. If it's blocking Syndicate coins later, let me know if we are seeing Syndicate.
Come on! Show us what you got!
But yeah, we see exactly what we talked about. Vabjorn into the second. Warlord now, everything does more damage. Savagery kills a 4. But yeah, majority of the raid cards in the Cyber's deck at the moment. Not much to control with Cyclops or Riptide here for Beardy.
A pleasure to bleed.
He also doesn't have Rentry, he doesn't have Trees in hand. Well, Trees is semi-relevant with him playing into two different rows. But at the same time, if you want to get your might condition for like Riptide, getting some armor on it, you are interested in splitting the rows, but yeah, doesn't look like he's about to get his might activated with all the scaling damage. Cyber also setting up nice savagery if he needs extra points. But yeah, at the moment we see Beardy just playing thinning and some bronzes. Of course, Cyclops in the graveyard is good for Incubus later. Also, thanks for the follow. So if you're BeardyBog, do you just try to get the spear tip through? Let's check. He's not playing Defender version. Okay. Like, it always gets either kill to damage, but we see the change of tempo here, and 15-point Jotun just lands onto the board. Putin BeardyBog 13 points ahead. Decides not to like lead a charge, but kinda waste of a leader charge anyway with you tempoing ahead, so It's just regarding the might condition, you are better off just getting it for Ogre later, the 10-point bodies. So Cyber gets a sense of how this round is about to progress and develops the card roll there. Usually you want it for round 2, round 3, but well, the Ogroids are just that scary. He has tier in first form for the damage. Okay, no, please no connection drops as well. So bodies get removed, but I guess Cyber should get a sense of trees not coming in this round anyway, with all the rows split in. As I said, yeah, there is a tier that you don't really want to waste round 1. What is it for Beardy? Can drop Goliath dying pulls so. So not like Cyber actively wants to activate the Death Wish. Oh, the bleeding kinda does the job of denying the spear tip buff. So wasting 3 points on it would have been cute, but unnecessary. Please stop dropping connection, no. But to be fair, yeah, this says takes damage, so you could have prevented the bleed, but you all yeah. Okay. No bleeding on that. Not the biggest ogre warrior you'll see in your life. Usually, if things go well or if it's played in round 3, it's taller, but Beardy gets a win on even, gets spear tip through, so Ozrel's foot is better. Doesn't really get much on this Riptide. So even with Cyber finding the warlords in round 1 hand, he was struggling because, as I mentioned, he also didn't have the raid cards in his hand, and truth be told, those raid cards against Ogroids, they don't really do too much. I feel like this raid card, the Feral Bond, has a great potential. You can find it through bracket. That should be updated. So if you go to the players tab, you can find everyone's deck. But we see that the Feral Bond doesn't really do much here. Doesn't find any damage card. There is a bunch of warriors that might have worked. Some archers and some other things that ping. But yeah, onslaught of Ogroids continues here. Even Neckers are alive and well at the moment. They also could have been just washed away with Fuku, but there was nothing like for Wabjorn into raid on the board. Now you can, but well, Rain is not really killing them anymore. That leader charge to set up the Bloodthirst allows Golden Eggers. Not Golden Eggers. Imagine those were Golden Eggers, you click and they pull 3 cards out. But yeah, the Neckers to be grown even more. Wait, Edis. That's an early raid. And we are watching the game. Maybe yours started a bit earlier, but thanks for the raid. Not sure. Did you play your games already? That was fast. Considering the round 2. Well, we started like 5 minutes later. Or did you play off platform? Unfortunate then. Okay. But thanks for participating, and good luck with your last competitive season push. Hello, Matol. I'm sorry I'm not a great amount of help in organizing. I tried my best. I mean, last competitive is correct to say, right? Because there is nothing to grind the ladder for in terms of official competitive tournaments, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, we see Soap getting dropped here. That's at least on very small units, but but whatever works. Honestly, I'm happy to see the Neckers and the Sirens getting the buffs they deserve. So, lead a charge and trying to stick the Chrome on the board. This is a 19-point unit trying to sneak into the round 3. We've seen Fuku, and there is active Wabjorn and Champions Charge, but Bloodthirst needs to be achieved, and that Tris was pretty great at denying it. And well, Beardy also had leader charges, so he could have used one leader charge on the Siren, removing another red power from the board. So yeah, Cybers might be kind of forked here. He can't establish the Bloodthirst. Instead we just see him accepting that the king gonna transfer into the next round. Beardy has 18-point body in the graveyard. And he's not afraid to use it. And I expect the Bloodthirst getting removed here and one leader charge preserved. But Cyber definitely gets... well, definitely. He gets out of here, right? 6... and some like savagery should be enough. But yeah, 19 point of carryover and 1 leader charge is transferring to round 3 for the Ogroids. And Skellige kinda sorta spent everything they had. And finding Renfrey is pretty sweet as well for Beardy. Probably don't want those Neckers. Yeah, I doubt there is a card worse than that in the deck. So while the War of Clans are buffed a bit, both of them have targets as well. This 19-point body on the board that is sticking, plus Goliath, plus, well, Incubus pulling out at 2 in exchange for a 10.
You're one sexy witch and I'm here to please.
Must be very pleasing for BeardyBog in this game number 1. So yeah. Player connection lost, but most likely players reach in this game is out of service. Or maybe if Beardy would have passed now, it would have been enough to catch up potentially. So we see Renfrey, base copy of enemy unit. Okay, I done a bad job. Lowest point unit, place for a couple of points here, certainly. Poison, scroll and a dagger is not the best choice, but must be enough. Also, everything that can be buffed is getting buffed here. So that there is no accidental champions charge, but yeah. This is out of reach for Cyber now. And Beardy might be doing... No, wait. Yeah, this was Cyber's turn and he decides to pass without showing the last card. Not picking up poison. Yeah, just imagine. Okay, so BeardyBog takes game number 1. See.
Oh, I sense trouble.
So Beardy on blue coin with his soldiers Nilfgaard against I respect this choice from Cyber, taking dwarves with the brewer, so as pure dwarves as possible. We also see that both players have only 14 units or 14 cards in deck. We see the musicians out already, and we see the infusion on Zoltan Shivei. Sometimes best of 3 is fast, and sometimes it's played by Illyrio, sometimes it's played by Sinchen Line. There are people, it all depends. So we see that this is Calvitless soldier, so Imperial Marine is not achieving too much here, starting to move the card instead of being an engine from turn 2. In terms of damage, there is Zoltan, Pyrotechnician, and Skirmishers that were missed. Kinda curious, Beardy's deck doesn't look like the one that I've seen too much. We see insane coated weapon value, clogging the deck, dealing with the dwarf. And we see that Imperial Marines started boosting now. What do I want to do here? You can Blightmaker thinning, since this is not really wasted. I would assume that that's exactly what BeardyBog is doing. Yeah. Also nice positioning of the Marine. You don't want to play those right of the chain, because the leftmost space is safe from Mage Assassin blocking your flanking. I tend to do that mistake one too many times. Javier Lemons is not doing much against the dwarves, so goes into the fight in round 1. And we see 3 cards and a pass from Cyber. While, well, both players done some thinning, Volunteers onto the Mage Assassin. Brewer, Justice, I'm just looking at the cards in terms of Trihorn value. Zoltan is not found. Zoltan is available from the Royal Decree, but will that point in time be achieved is a mystery for us at the moment, since... okay, some magic from Cyber there. Finding it, so... okay, yeah, Zoltan Scoundrel is going out. It is potential at 13-point card, but at the same time it's no Zoltan. Money out of all the golds left in the deck. That might have been the one that was target for this Royal Decree. So some extra thinning for Cyber there, thanks to the Trihorn. And now we see the Temple developing 2 engines, or is it 1 engine and the lock on the siege tower? The chariot, the Warren chariot. Okay, yeah, we see the lock and the damage engine here. So Ramon has a couple of options in hand. There is somewhere Nausicaa being present as well. Not the best job from Zoltan Warrior. Could have just sniped the cavalry. So since Beardy played battle stations, surely he's not considering a pass here. So yeah, we see Ramon into another lock, into activation of the engine. There is Munro. That is also most likely getting locked. So, pretty good deck to play into engine heavy lists, but dwarves play some of it, but also some like Losing the pink potential from the Zoltan Warrior is not that crucial considering the amounts of armor on the board, basically. I read the journey platform wrong. Okay, like there should be an educational program from CDPR. But before you can play any Gwent, you learn how to or before you enter the pro ladder, they should force you to do that. Kind of unfortunate. I'm sorry. That the tourney platform beat ya. I hope it's gentler. So we see that the engine is dying to the skirmisher power 1 and 2. It also was fun, yeah, having people who are like participating in Matol tournament and people who are just coming from Reddit, but I also decided to send semi-personal invitations as well from people that I see around Gwent community. We don't really have a better hub than just Twitter and Reddit to spread the news, so glad you found time to participate. Here we see the pass from Beardy here, allowing the the Zoltan. It doesn't matter, you just get your Zoltan carryover, but poor Eudora breaker rings. There was no space in this door fiesta for her. She's not a soldier fiesta in the front row. She's not a soldier herself. Zoltan. Maybe it should be an order so that Eudora can be carried over like the wagon working for the Northern Realms, getting rivers through. So yeah, there is a brewer, but also there is a lock in the Vilge forts, and I spy the squirrel. Still being present in Cyber's hand. Where is the surrender? One might ask, especially named Wholesome. Just clearing those dwarfs. So yeah, the last card that Cyber played was the Zoltan's Company, but Cavalry just searches for the last unit played by your opponent. It doesn't matter that it was played in the previous round. What of it? Still attack! Is there a reason not to play this front row as well? Also, yeah, the lock is nice. There is a Mahakam mail to answer that. And I guess you don't really hate this, but yeah, Slave Driver is coming from the War Council. Yeah, I suppose you use the Mahakam mail for the crazy value available. problem is, yeah, you need to wait one turn for that, and sadly... okay. Iron Diet was also at 10, so no more looking around. It's better to just slave driver the Nausicaa or play the 10-point verification if you are into that.
Nothing like a dwarf to get you out of a tight spot.
So this is this would have been nice points for Cyber here. But there is this nuisance of Vilgefortz. Okay, we see the War Council into the lock, I assume. Or just... You can remove the... Yeah, this removes it now. This is an order, this is an order as well, so I suppose you could have just ignored Brewer instead. And you're not giving him armor passively, but yeah, not looking too hot. For the Brewer, Munro and the Zoltan as the card, they definitely would have liked to contribute more into this game. So Beard is seeing the cards, knows what's where.
Humans above, beasts below. Don't know which is worse.
So what do we have here?
No good wine will come.
This is most likely wasted, or at least 1 point wasted, but Beardy has 10 points on the board. So yeah, this is what I mean about the blocking of flanking, but since there is already one flanking unit, you couldn't really have more of them on the left. And this also doesn't matter because it always hits the Karate Heat Wave, so no big deal. Now, this is a 7-point Karate Heat Wave, this is a 4-point Squirrel, and there is a Tampering and a Miner. Buff, what's the worst pull for Beardy? A 4-point unit. Anyway, I suppose to play around potential second slave driver, the heat wave will be used on the surgeon. This is 1 point better. It's kind of close. But this is 12 points, 15 points, and yeah, your best pool is also the worst and the best is kind of close, so yeah. With all the engine value, this Vilgefortz is enough, and we have Beardy progressing into the next round. GG's. Props for Cyber for bringing the Devotion Warriors and, well, Dwarfs, but wasn't quite enough.